Hey guys, welcome back to another NBA 2K17 rebuild. Today we are rebuilding the New Orleans Pelicans. This Pelicans team, man, it's something else. It's been plagued with injuries, and it looks like this upcoming season they're going to be without their point guard with a few months because he's going to be looking after his wife, Jrue Holiday. So Jrue Holiday, he'll be playing in NBA 2K, but looking at this roster, none of these guys besides Anthony Davis and Buddy Hield, none of these guys are probably going to stay, considering I don't see them winning with this squad around Anthony Davis. They have to do something with it, and none of them are really healthy. Luckily, Jrue Holiday's an expiring contract. Tyreke Evans is an expiring contract. I have no idea why they did this to Solomon Hill. I don't know why they paid him that much. E'Twaun Moore is kind of suspect too. I mean, it's a lot better than Solomon Hill, but it's like they're just handing out money to these role players when they should be trying to, get another guy to go along with Anthony Davis, and maybe Buddy Hield is that guy. Solomon Hill, Tyreke Evans, some of the expiring contracts for a guy I have in mind who was rumored to be coming to this team, I believe in the offseason. People were looking at trades, and even before trade deadline, people were rumored to have Rudy Gay for Ryan Anderson with the New Orleans Pelicans. But that didn't happen because I believe the Pelicans said no. They didn't want to give up Ryan Anderson, and look what happened to Ryan Anderson. He ends up walking, and they get nothing in return for Ryan Anderson. So we're going to try to get some depth as well with Papagiannis and Kosta Koufos, because if you take a look at our center, Omer Asik, he's not the best center. And then the other centers that we do have, they're not that great either. So I feel like Kosta Koufos could be our starting guy or be coming off the bench behind Omer Asik, but we'll probably try to trade Omer Asik. Let's see if we get this trade going, though, because it really looks good on paper. We lose Cheick Diallo. For some reason, this rookie has a 3-year, $20 million contract. Might be because, he's undrafted. That's why he has that huge contract compared to most rookies. But let's see if they take it. They have a counter offer. I like Ben McLemore, but let's try to give him an unprotected 18th first round pick. No, that's not happening. So let's try to give them the 2017 unprotected first round. They have to say yes to this. Oh my goodness, they don't. I'm going to be generous and throw in a second round draft pick as well. They have to take this now. There we go. I like this trade with the Portland Trailblazers. Ed Davis is a smaller contract than Omer Asik, a higher overall. Mo Harkless adds some depth. I mean, he's getting paid $10 million a year. That's not that bad. And if he is ends up being a problem with us, we could just trade him. So I really like this trade. Can we get it through, though? No, we can't. I don't really want Pat Connaughton, so we'll give up the 2018 first round pick. We're just giving away first round picks because I feel like with these trades we shouldn't be the worst team in the league. Shouldn't be. Keyword shouldn't be. So let's go to the coaching settings. I think that's going to be all the trades that we do for the first season until trade deadline, if we do any at trade deadline. But this is the roster. The starting five looks pretty solid compared to how it looked like beforehand. I mean, we just replaced Tyreke Evans with Rudy Gay, and then we replaced Omer Asik with Ed Davis, who was a higher overall. So I like the starting five. It could be a little bit better, but for the first season, not that bad. And then our bench is pretty nice as well. We'll probably move Quincy Pondexter to the shooting guard because we do not have a backup shooting guard in case Buddy Hield gets hurt. So we'll do that. So we're simulating a few games here up until the trade deadline. Let's just have that do it by itself. And in the offseason, we'll take a look at the coaching position because I'm not a fan of Alvin Gentry. I'm not sold on Alvin Gentry as a good coach. And if there's better coaches out there in the offseason, we'll definitely try to sign a better coach. And I feel like one key player that isn't on this team, that didn't start off with this team, is Lance Stephenson. We'll also try to go for him. He's not really a valuable piece to me, but he is a high overall in 2K, so maybe he could produce with us if we do decide to go for him in the offseason, because I think he is a free agent. So we'll have to see about the coaching job and then see if we get Lance Stephenson. But we're doing pretty good, 20-16. So we're coming up on trade deadline, and we're a 31-25 team, 31-26 now. Let's see if we're in the playoffs. We are the 7th seed. We already have a better record than we do last season. We could lose the remainder of the games and we'll still have a better record than we did last season, as the Pelicans team did in real life. Let's see if anybody's injured. Let's see how people are doing. Quincy Pondexter's doing nice. Buddy Hield, okay. All right, everyone seems to be happy. so that's a good thing. And we have a few expiring contracts. I don't think we need to do any trades. I mean, and Drew Holiday is willing to re-sign with us too. I'm not sure if I want to entrust the team with this man, but we could give him a few years. You know, maybe he could be the starting guy on our rebuild. He accepted the $3 million offer, $14 million offer. Hopefully that's not too much. He is one of the higher overalls on our team, if I do believe. Yeah, he's the third highest overall. He's still young, and he doesn't seem to be injury prone and having all this life issues coming up with him. So that's what we're doing at trade deadline. We're not going to mess with this team, and hopefully we'll make it into the playoffs with the 7th seed. Russell Westbrook, Rookie of the Year, Brandon Ingram, 6th man Jared Sellinger, DeAndre Jordan, Defensive Player, Most Improved, Reggie Jackson, and Coach of the Year. So we made it to the playoffs. The 5th seed, I'm not sure if that's an ideal seed to be at, but it is the first year. We don't really have to accomplish anything in the first year, but it would be great if we did. Only one injury to Matt Barnes. Hopefully we'll be able to play through that going against the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll simulate current round. See if we could get out, which I highly doubt. Yeah, there we got swept. Wow. That was... Jeez. Okay, so I'm rooting for the Memphis Grizzlies then to go all the way. Nope. I mean, they went to the Western Conference Finals, and then the Warriors ended up winning. So this is the new coaching staff, and you know, every position for Pelicans. I really like the head coach, the assistant coach. So it is the free agency. I'm hoping Rudy Gay is able to sign back with us. He has a mulling offers. Terrence Jones as well. So in free agency, we were able to re-sign Rudy Gay, but the price we had to sign for him, 3 years, $57 million. I'm not sure if he's worth that contract, but the CBA did go up, so you know, it might just be me having to adjust to seeing that huge number by Rudy Gay's name. So this is the roster for the second season, going into the second season. I'm not sure if we're going to do any more trades. We're going to have to see how this roster plays out, but I like this roster. I really do. It should make the playoffs once again. We have an amazing amount of depth at that small forward position, and we might need to trade some players there to, you know, improve upon other positions like that shooting guard position, because I don't know if Buddy Hield is a high enough overall to win games, because he's only a 76. I mean, he has room to improve, but I feel like this team is one trade away from being more complete than it already is. But I like it. I like it. So we're keeping the same roster as is. See if we can win games. If we start losing games, then I might have to pull off a trade. But as of right now, we're starting off great. We won 4 in a row. And then I spoke too soon because we almost lost 4 in a row. We're going to trade deadline, and we're barely in the playoffs. Last season, we were a 5th seed, but we usually picked up slack after All-Star break. But let me see if anybody's hurt, because right now we're the 8th seed, 29 and 29. Last year, we had a better record before trade deadline. And it might be because all these small forwards that we have. I feel like that might be what's holding us back. So we'll try to get rid of some of those said small forwards who are just already lingering around and are role players at best with this team. If we can pull off this trade, we get rid of some, you know, lingering players. We get a new starting shooting guard or possibly even small forward, and along with keeping Rudy Gay. So if we're able to get Chris Middleton for this, maybe we could throw in some draft picks. But it really helps our starting rotation. I mean, it weakens the bench a little bit, but we finally get rid of these small forwards that have no place here. So we have draft picks, luckily, to serenade them with. Let's see if they take that. And they do. We get Chris Middleton to be our starting shooting guard, along with keeping Rudy Gay. Man, this starting 5 should be looking nice now. So this is the rotation after that Chris Middleton trade. Hopefully this propels us into that playoff contention and hopefully higher than the 5th seed, because that's the goal. If we made it the first season as a 5th seed, we should definitely make it as a 5th seed or better the second season. I really do hope so. Chris Middleton's a higher overall. Our starting 5 looks really nice. Let's see if we can start winning games with Chris Middleton. I would hope so. I'd hope this propel us. But we lost it to the Timberwolves. And come on, we need to start rolling here, but we aren't. We can't start rolling. We don't want to be the 8th seed in the second year. The West is really close right now. We could be a possible 5th seed if we win this game and the Thunder lose. So let's see if we could pull it off here. And we do. But we aren't the 5th seed. I think we're the 6th seed. Oh my goodness. How do we regress?
our team only got better. Can this team just not win, even with the coaching staff that it does have and the players that it has around Anthony Davis? Oh, we're the 5th seed again. Okay, I thought we were the 6th. But let's take a look at our roster. If anybody's injured, because those are, you know, that's always those important questions here. But I like the team. How come we're only the 5th seed? How is this team only the 5th seed? I would love to know, because I honestly don't know why this team's the 5th seed. This team should be a high seed in the Western Conference, but that just means, you know, maybe that's who the Nuggets. The Nuggets have the 1st seed in the Western Conference. Who do they have? Where are the Nuggets at? There they go. They have no superstar, but they're the 1st seed in the Western Conference. I thought I knew how to play this game, but apparently not. So here we go. We have to win against the Clippers. We have to. Let's simulate game by game, and hopefully we don't get swept like last time. That's 2-2. Can we win the 3rd? We do. Can we win? Oh, there we go. We win in 6. I know it looks like we're going to be going against the Denver Nuggets if everything goes right, and we do. We looked at the Denver Nuggets roster. It wasn't that great compared to ours. I mean, look at our overalls, dude. We have such an amazing starting 5, and even the bench is nice. How are we the 5th seed? Hopefully we're able to upset the 1st seed. But I don't know how this Denver Nuggets team is the 1st seed. I don't know how they're putting up a fight. But it's 2-2. All right, can we win game 5? We need to. We do. Game 6, and we do. Okay, so we beat the Nuggets. We upset the Nuggets because I felt like they didn't deserve that 1st overall seed. And now we're going against the Timberwolves. Who did the Timberwolves got? Timberwolves have essentially their Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, and no Ricky. Oh yeah, Ricky Rubio. Wow, his overall went down in 2K. Only one injury, and that's to a backup center. So I'm not sure how much that's going to affect them, but we'll see. Simulate current round and then go game by game here. We win the 1st game. We win the 2nd game. Oh man, we're on a roll right here. We sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves to go to the playoffs. Who's our opponent? The Brooklyn Nets, the 7th seed Brooklyn Nets. Who do the Nets have? How? What? The Nets? They got KD. They got Kevin Durant. Oh my God! Wow, that's a shock. I mean, Kevin Durant, he shouldn't. That team, like, we're obviously the favorites here. And can we sweep the Nets? We can't. We got ahead of ourselves. We're able to win in 5, and we're able to win an NBA championship for this New Orleans Pelicans organization. Finally, this roster deserved it. They were underappreciated being the 5th seed, but we finally got it, and Anthony Davis wins Finals MVP. So my free agents. We're going to try to re-sign Ed Davis because I feel like he's the most important part of this team moving forward. I don't want to undersell him, but I don't want to oversell him, so I feel like we'll give him $720. And then Langston Galloway, we don't really need him, but you know, if we get Tim Frazier and Langston Galloway at the right price, I wouldn't mind that. And it looks like they'll be more than happy to accept minimum. I'm happy with that. So is Tim Frazier as well. Let's offer them minimum. And we could let Nick Young walk for now and Alonzo G for now as well. So the offseason has ended. Here's what we have going into the 3rd season. The point guard, you know, Drew Holiday is kind of reclining. Even though if he's still young, I don't know why his overall is going down. I like the backcourt guys we do have. Our small forward position is pretty thin. But if you look at the big men that we do have as well, I like the centers and power forwards we have, and we'll see how Kosta Koufos produces for us, considering he is expiring. Maybe we could trade him, but I don't think we need to do any trades this 3rd season, and you know, I would hope not, considering this team's essentially the same team as it was last season with Chris Middleton for the entire year. So let's start simulating games in the 3rd season, see how we do at trade deadline. I would hope we're able to win some more, considering last year's trade deadline we only were able to win 29 wins. The goal is to win more by trade deadline than 29 wins. That way we're a higher seed instead of the 5th seed, because we were the 5th seed 2 years in a row, and as of right now we're on track to beating a 29 record before trade deadline, so that's always good. Just coming up on trade deadline, we already passed the 29 win record, and we also passed our 1st season record as well. I think the 1st season we had 31 wins. This season we have 34, so 3 wins better than the 1st season and a few more wins better than the 2nd season. Let's see if we have any injuries. Ed Davis is injured. 4 to 6 weeks. Luckily, we have a plethora of big men to fill up that spot for him. Costa Kufas, Papagiannis, and Zubac. So we ended up being 55 and 27 or something like that. We had 55 wins. I think we were tied with the first seed with the Golden State Warriors. I'm not sure if we managed to get the first seed or ended up being the second seed. But Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis, props to him. And yeah, let's see where we're at. And we are the first seed, so our wish came true. So we should be easily able to win against the Utah Jazz. It shouldn't, like, we should probably just simulate current round, because this is done. And hopefully we're able to carry that momentum into the Rockets. I don't know if we're, yeah, we can't sweep the Rockets. They won the second game. They won the fourth game too. That's not good. Can we pull it off? The sixth game, there we go. That was pretty close. It could have easily went to 7. And let's go game by game. We had the same exact record. That's crazy. 2 games, 3 games. Can we sweep the Warriors? We do. Wow. The Rockets put up a stronger fight than the Warriors. All right, now let's see who our opponent is going to be. The Toronto Raptors. Simulate game. They won the first game. Uh-oh. We won the second. That's good. We won the third, the fourth, and they won the 5th. So there we go. We win in 6. So we swept 6, swept, and then 6. That's how it went. And we were able to win an NBA championship, 2-peating for the New Orleans Pelicans. That's great. That's great. I really love the roster that I put together around Anthony Davis, and I'm not sure if the Pelicans will ever do that towards Anthony Davis, but you could hope, because let's just look at this team real quick before we end this off. This is a nice team. Good team to build around Anthony Davis. I mean, Spacey might not be there, considering the only guys that can shoot legitimately are the guards, and even then, like, that's relying on a lot, but I like this team. It was fun rebuilding the New Orleans Pelicans. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you in the next one.